go do the safari. Maybe there's no line there.
Let's go check it
Let's
out.
see. Let's go check out. Let's see what's going on at Animal Kingdom today. Guys, only a 15-minute wait to the safari. That is awesome.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. So we struck out with the flights of passage, but looks like we struck gold with the safari today. Let's see how that goes. Well, looks like we're about to board, and we are here at the safari.
On the right-hand side, I do see an okapi. Okapis kind of look like zebras, have the body of a horse and the head of a giraffe, but they're actually not related to the zebra at all. Their actual closest relative is a giraffe. Now, they're shy and reclusive. We didn't know that they existed out in the wild until 1901. We still don't know how many actually exist out in the wild to this day, so they are on the endangered species list. Now we're heading around a watering hole. Watering holes are an important part of the ecosystem. They're a gathering place for lots of animals to get a drink of water. Looks like there's a tan antelope all the way up at the top of the hill there.
A what?
Called a greater kudu. Greater kudu stand at about 55 inches tall at the shoulder. Now those ones are females because they don't have any horns. The males grow horns, the females do not. On the left side of the truck across the watering hole is a black rhinoceros. We can tell it's a black rhinoceros because of that pointy upper jaw. Now it is the smaller of the two rhinoceros species, weighing around 3,000 pounds. Now there's only about 5,000 black rhinos left out in the wild, guys. Now a lot of the animals here in the forest are nocturnal, which means that they're most active at nighttime. To help protect these amazing animals. Now these reddish-brown animals at the top of the hill on the left-hand side are called bongos. Bongos are known as the ghost of the forest because they're rarely seen. Now their horns point backwards to help them run quickly and quietly through the underbrush, which is a pretty cool adaptation because it may help them to evade predators. Right corner, super difficult to see, but Nile hippopotamus are arguably the most dangerous animal in Africa. Make sure you stay seated for your safety. Stay seated, please.
Way back there.
Now the Nile hippopotamus stays underwater most of the day, but they tend to stay underwater for up to 8 minutes on one single breath. Now if you look here on the left-hand side,
Here it is. Wow. This is beautiful. Pelicans.
you'll see a bloat of Nile hippopotamus. A bloat is a group. Now these gray birds on the island and in the water here are called pink-back pelicans. Pink-back pelicans get their name because of their pink coloration on their back during mating season. Now they are colonial nesters, which means they nest in a group of anywhere from 2 to 50. Now I do see some Nile crocodiles down below. Nile crocodiles have a bite force of over 2,000 pounds per square inch. They can grow about 20 feet in length and on average weigh around 500 pounds. Now they open their jaws to help regulate their body temperature. But they can run about 12 miles an hour on land, and my truck only goes 8, so let's get out of here. Now I do see an upside down looking tree here on the right hand side. It's called the baobab tree. Baobab trees remain leafless 9 months out of the year, and they can store water in their trunks during periods of drought. Now some people may even call it the tree of life. Animal in the middle here on the right with a really large horn. It's called an Ankole cattle. Ankole cattle are also called Watusi cattle, after the Watusi tribe first domesticated them. They are the only domesticated animal here on the reserve. Now their horns can grow up to 4 feet in length and are a semi-hollow honeycomb structure inside. Their blood flows all the way to the top of the horn, drifts back down slowly as it cools, helping to cool their core body temperature. Now if you look here on the left-hand side, you'll see a den. Dens are typically homes of predators. Looks like there's a pack of African wild dogs. African wild dogs are also called painted dogs because of their coloration. Now they look pretty cute and cuddly, but they're actually pretty vicious. They have a 90% success rate out in the wild when they're taking down an antelope. They'll run the antelope until it's exhausted by using teamwork, and then called a sable antelope. Sable antelope are territorial. They use their horns to deter predators like lions from jumping on their back. Termite mounds are made of soil, saliva, and dung. They can be baked as hard as concrete in the hot African sun, but now it's pretty unique to see the wildebeest laying down at this hour. Typically they do sleep at nighttime. One of the tallest land animals in the world, reaching heights of around 20 feet in height. So they're browsers. Browsers means that they eat from the underside of the trees. So they grow a pretty fantastic tongue. Their tongue can grow to about 20 inches in length. They use their tongues to pull leaves off of branches and into their mouth. Now their tongues are not pink like ours, they're actually a dark purple or a black color. That's so their tongue doesn't get sunburned, since they do spend most of the day eating. There's a pretty rickety, worn down bridge up ahead. Looks like it's seen some better days, but I think we can make it. It's not like there's a reverse on this thing. Did you hear that? That doesn't sound so good. And it's held together with duct tape. Whoa. Lean right. Your other right. I don't think everyone back there crossed their fingers. Let's get out of here. Single day. Now they'll eat anything and everything, like leaves where their blood vessels are, which can help to cool their core body temperature up to around 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Now elephants have sensitive skin, so they'll throw sand, dirt, and mud on their backs, which helps act as a natural sunscreen for their sensitive skin. Now elephants have no natural predators except for humans. That means small little changes in our everyday lives to help protect these amazing animals for generations to come and cherish. Now if you look here on the left hand side, you'll see a flamboyance of greater flamingos. A flamboyance is a group. Greater flamingos are the largest and lightest in pink coloration of the flamingo family. Now they're born gray and they get their pink coloration from their diet. Their diet typically consists of brine shrimp and other aquatic life that has beta carotene in it. It takes about a year of eating that diet in order to get that pink coloration. Now they are filter feeders, which means they filter the particles out of the water with their beak. Now here on the left hand side is a crash of white rhinos. A crash is a group. White rhinos are the larger of the two rhinoceros species, weighing around 5,000 pounds. Now the white rhino is a mistranslation of the Afrikaans word vite. Vite means wide. You hear that? It's kind of like a That's the lion roaring. Rhinos can charge at speeds of around 35 miles an hour, but they can also gallop. Galloping is when all 4 feet leave the ground at the exact same time. Now that's a mud wallow there on the left. Rhinos will roll around in the mud to help cool their core body temperature. It acts as a natural sunblock for their sensitive skin. Now we are headed into big cat country. So let me know if you spot any. Looks like there's a cheetah walking up ahead. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal in the world, running over speeds of 60 miles an hour. Now they can run 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds, but they're sprinters. They can't run that speed for very long. About a minute tops. Now cheetahs hunt during the daytime where most other large cats hunt at nighttime. So that black line underneath their eye is called a teardrop. It's an adaptation that helps to reduce sun glare when they're running at those speeds. They have 16 to 20 hours every single day. They tend to be most inactive during the heat of the day and most active at nighttime. Right in between the rock there is a male African lion. Hopefully we'll get a better look around this.
I still care about the Oscar, but no one seems to care about the video.
Sounds like it's not. Oh, there's two of them. There's two of them on the top. Oh, look at that. Oh, they are. Why is he roaring like that?
Now I do see some burrows up ahead. Burrows are typically homes of some animals like the warthog. Warthogs are the largest burrowing animal in the world. They have 2 sets of tusks. One which is razor sharp for protection and the other one which helps them to dig out those burrows. Now up ahead I do see a gray animal with a white, that reddish brown animal in the corner there is called a bontebok. Bontebok are extinct out in the wild. You can only find them on reserves like this one. At one time, they were poked so heavily for their coats. There were some ostrich eggs back there. If you saw those eggs, they weigh about 3 pounds each. A human can stand on one of those eggs without breaking it. If you were to eat one of those eggs, you'd be eating an equivalent of around 2 dozen chicken eggs. Wow. Now that's one big omelet if you ask me. Stork. Yellow-billed stork eat frogs, snakes, fish, lizards, other small birds. Pretty much anything that's meat that fits the bill.
Well, that was quite a treat. We saw so many animals this time. I've done this safari before and I've never seen so many animals out. And I think it's because of maybe because of the weather or maybe because of the time of day. So I totally recommend doing the safari in the morning. And if it's an overcast day, fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.